Hello, I'm Kate Dowdalls and I'm Sheriff Principal of South Strathclyde, Dumfries and Galloway. I've been Sheriff Principal since June 2023. My route to that role was slightly unusual in that I'd not previously held judicial office. I had spent around 40 years, however, in the legal profession as solicitor, then counsel, senior counsel, and as a Scottish Law Commissioner before I took up the role. On taking up the role, there was, of course, a huge learning curve for me to navigate, but nothing in that experience would cause me to put off anyone from applying, whether they had previously held judicial office or not. There's no such thing as a typical week or a day in the life of a Sheriff Principal. The role involves appellate work, sitting alone or with one or two other appeal sheriffs, management of the business of the sheriffdom. The Sheriff's Principal, of course, have a statutory responsibility for the efficient disposal of business in the sheriffdom. We deal with complaints about members of the judiciary, the deployment of the sheriffs and summary sheriffs across the courts in our sheriffdoms, pastoral care of sheriffs, for whom the Sheriff's Principal have line management responsibilities, and much more beyond. The work is varied and interesting. It's also time-consuming and complex. Managing the workload of Sheriff Principal requires organisational skills, good communication and resilience. Sheriff's Principal are often asked about the balance between judicial, leadership, administrative and appellate responsibilities. It's difficult to give a precise answer to that question. The management and leadership aspects of the role, which also involve administrative tasks, can take up a large proportion of the working day. However, when we're hearing appeals in court, preparing for court or drafting opinions, our focus has to be on the task at hand. Inevitably, at times there's a need to work long hours or over weekends to meet the demands of the role. First and foremost, we're judicial office holders, but we have responsibility for managing the sheriffs in our sheriffdoms, leading on projects and plans, strategic planning and development of the business of the sheriffdom, and much more beyond. The management and administrative aspect of the role is significant, but we do have assistance from the sheriffdom business manager and sheriff clerks in the courts in the sheriffdom on a day-to-day basis. The role is certainly challenging. Managing the business and ensuring courts are properly resourced is a daily challenge. Keeping up to date with initiatives across the justice system, both locally and nationally, and leading on developing and improving the system is difficult. But when the work has resulted in positive changes, it's also rewarding. Assisting and supporting new sheriffs to develop their skills and thrive in their role is particularly rewarding. And of course, playing a part in the development of the law of Scotland is a huge privilege. Some of you might be unsure whether you are ready to apply for the role of Sheriff Principal or whether you have the necessary experience. The question to ask yourself is whether you have the necessary skills, experience and temperament to take a senior judicial role. Do you have the legal skills and the confidence to make decisions in appeals that will affect the lives of the parties involved and contribute to the development of the law of Scotland? Can you command the respect of the sheriffs, summary sheriffs, staff and justice partners such as the Crown, police and social work that you will work with on a daily basis? Are you willing to lead on innovations and developments within the sheriffdom and beyond? The job can seem isolated at times, and are you prepared for that? The two sheriffdoms that JABS is advertising in this recruitment round could hardly be more different, so I'll tell you a bit about those. The first is North Strathclyde, which covers a large area of Scotland immediately to the west of Glasgow. It has 8 courts, 4 of which sit part-time, and it serves a mixture of urban, rural and island communities. From largest court to smallest, they are Paisley, Kilmarnock, Dumbarton, Greenock, Oban, Dunoon, Campbelltown and Lochgilphead. The region contains 8 of Scotland's 32 local authorities. There are 23 solemn and summary sheriffs who sit in North Strathclyde. The 6 summary sheriffs and one of the solemn sheriffs float between the different courts. The resident sheriffs assist in courts other than their base when necessary. Such a geographically diverse area means there's a huge variety of work done within the sheriff courts. In turn, this means the sheriffs cover all types of work, so adaptability is key. However, there are some specialisms. There's a commercial court, there are a number of temporary High Court judges, and some of the North Strathclyde sheriffs serve on the Sheriff Appeal Court and the Upper Tribunal. The sheriffdom also has 8 Justice of the Peace courts, with 39 serving justices. The Sheriff Principal has management and oversight in the operation of these courts. The other sheriffdom is Glasgow and Strathkelvin. Unlike the other sheriffdoms in Scotland, Glasgow and Strathkelvin comprises a single court, Glasgow Sheriff Court and Justice of the Peace Court. Serving Scotland's largest city and surrounding communities, it's widely recognised as one of the busiest courts in the United Kingdom and frequently described as the busiest court in Europe. The sheriffdom is served by a large judicial complement of 22 sheriffs, 12 summary sheriffs and around 18 justices of the peace, supported by experienced court staff and a wide range of justice partners. The building houses 27 courtrooms and it routinely operates 21 criminal courts and 5 civil courts every day. Glasgow's civil and criminal workload is among the largest and most challenging in Scotland. This reflects the diversity and economic significance of the communities it serves. The workload ranges from solemn prosecutions and high-volume summary crime to fatal accident inquiries, complex commercial disputes, family actions, child welfare cases, housing and simple procedure actions, clinical negligence and summary applications. The sheriffdom has a strong reputation for innovation and reform. It's been at the forefront of promoting problem-solving justice. Glasgow Sheriff Court was home to Scotland's first drug court, which was established in 2001. Following that successful model, Glasgow has since developed a specialist alcohol court, young offenders court and female offenders court. The ethos is the same in each case, that is to bring together the judiciary, criminal justice, social work, health professionals and support services in order to address the underlying causes of crime, support rehabilitation and reduce reoffending. More recently, Glasgow was one of several pilot courts involved in the development and testing of summary case management. The sheriffdom presents opportunities and challenges in equal measure. The successful candidate will have the opportunity not only to lead Scotland's busiest sheriff court, but also to influence the future delivery of justice through continued innovation, collaboration and service improvement, while supporting a highly skilled judiciary and workforce. If you do decide to apply for one of these roles, I wish you all the best with your application and thank you for listening to me today.